Should everyone in the world be given access to internet, just like to water, electricity, or gas? If there is one thing that the recent pandemic has taught us, it's that society is incredibly dependent on the internet. Nowadays, everything you do has some sort of tie-in to the online world. You want to see your bank statement? You can access it online. Don't have your physical card with you to pay for your Starbucks? No worries, you can use Google or Apple Pay. Your assignment deadline is at some ungodly early hour? Well, you can turn it in online, so that way you won't need to change from your pajamas into something uncomfortable. With the world around us moving at a crazy speed, one technological advancement after another, the question arises, is internet still considered a luxury, or should we view it more as a basic necessity and human right? Hello, and welcome to Curiosity Factor. Join us today as we discuss in this video whether the internet should be a basic necessity or continue to bear the luxury tag. During the lockdown, internet had become vital for everyday activities. For some, it was the only way they could contact their loved ones. For some, unfortunately, having access to an internet connection was the only way in which they could say goodbye to those quarantined in hospital. But access to the online world is also necessary for other activities, like work, study, to exercise our political freedom, stay informed, and so much more. If before the pandemic anyone doubted that the internet should be a basic necessity, it has become clear now. But while it is clear that the internet is no longer a luxury, and even though the number of people who regularly use it continues to rise, digital exclusion is far from disappearing. This again was highlighted by the same pandemic that made us more internet dependent in the first place. With recent rises in the cost of living and high rates of inflation, it has become increasingly difficult for many households to afford their bills. And when pressed, many opted for ditching their internet bill in order to be able to afford other more basic necessities, such as heat, water, electricity, and food. In the UK, in 2022, it was reported that 1.5 million households didn't have home internet access, while another 2 million households were struggling to afford their internet bill. This phenomena is called data poverty, and it is usually defined as individuals, households, or communities who cannot afford sufficient, private, and secure mobile or broadband data to meet their essential needs. This definition does take into consideration affordability of internet services, adequacy to meet people's needs, but also recognizes that not all access routes are the same. Some, like public Wi-Fi for example, usually come with risks to security and a loss of privacy. However, the difference between data poverty and other basic necessities not being met is the fact that governments have measures in place to help people when they cannot afford their living costs. There are subsidies for gas, electricity, and water, but never for internet, even though it has become apparent that it is a basic need and should even be considered a human right. But some steps in the right direction have been taken. Countries such as Mexico, India, and Finland have changed their legislations to include access to internet as a basic human right. These countries have also taken steps to making internet access easier and affordable for their citizens. In 2021, the United Nations Human Rights Council adopted a resolution on human rights on the internet. This resolution calls upon all member states to accelerate their efforts to bridge digital divide and to enhance the use of information and communications technology. For most of us, internet access has become a routine. We go online every day, and we cannot imagine doing certain activities such as work, shop, and socializing without the use of internet. But for a significant amount of people, this is not the case. However, it seems that the world is moving in the right direction, setting things up so that everybody can have basic online access in a world that becomes every day more and more reliant on online connectivity, especially that now it has become clear that those who do not have access to internet no longer have equal opportunities to participate fully in society. The call for internet to be considered a basic right is finally getting a response, albeit a slow one. Hopefully, one day, data poverty will become obsolete. What do you think? Do you believe basic access to internet should be a human right? Let us know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. And if you enjoy this type of content and want to learn more interesting facts, make sure to subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon. Thanks for watching, and we will see you again in our next video.